This is a fan-generated show. If you would like to support us, please go to jamieglazov.com and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All your support is greatly appreciated.
Good evening. Welcome to the Jamie Glazov Moment. Tonight, Facebook bans me for reporting a Muslim's threat. Threatening to break a kafir's mouth is okay. It's the kafir's reporting of the threat that makes the FB community so unsafe. Ladies and gentlemen, you might have heard about it because, thankfully some of the media covered this, Breitbart and Jihad Watch and Front Page Magazine. Facebook banned me for 7 days. I'm still banned at this moment. Very interesting story. I posted a screenshot on my Facebook page of a physical threat that was made to me on my FB page by a member of the Religion of Peace. This is a certain Muhammad Irfan Ayub, and he threatened to break my mouth. So not that I was that concerned about this particular threat. I've received much worse, believe me. But, I just decided to make 2 posts about it. I took a screenshot, and on my FB page, I asked a question with the screenshot. In one, I asked Mark Zuckerberg if Ayub's threat is unsafe to the community. And I also made another post with that screenshot pointing out that if a kafir, and by the way, a kafir, that's Islam's secret dirty word for the unbeliever. You got to watch Bill Warner's video. It's a Warner moment with the Glazov Gang. Look it up if you haven't seen it. It's called Kafir with a capital K. And he discusses this dirty kafir word that the Religion of Peace calls the unbeliever. But getting back to the point, I did the screenshot and I said, hey, look, why is it okay for a Muslim to call a kafir these things and to say he's going to break my mouth? But if a kafir did this to a member of the Religion of Peace, or even something far less, telling the truth about Islam would be bad enough. You get a lifelong ban. And to be honest, I was thinking, you never see this, because that's not what we're about. But you don't see Robert Spencer or Pamela Geller or Bridget Gabriel or Nani Darwish. You don't see me. You don't see Annie Cyrus. You don't see us posting on Muslims as People's page that we're going to break your mouth. We just don't do those kinds of things. That's not what we're about. But if we did do that, hypothetically, which we wouldn't, but if we did, it would be on CNN, MSNBC, it would be on the front page of the New York Times and Washington Post. We would be banned from Facebook for good, and we would have the police at our door in 12 hours, within 12 hours. That's already happening in the United Kingdom and other places. But for a member of the Religion of Peace to tell me that they're going to break my mouth, well, that's okay. But guess what's not okay? What's not okay is that I made that point with the screenshot, and the next day I couldn't get into my Facebook account. And it showed me my post asking Mark Zuckerberg if this kind of behavior makes the community unsafe by that member of the Religion of Peace who told me he's going to break my mouth. And they told me that this is, it violates their standards or whatever. It's not sensitive, it's not safe to the community, whatever. And I was banned for 7 days. Very interesting. So what's the rule at Facebook? I've just been wondering about this. So here's the rule. If a member of the Religion of Peace threatens to break your mouth, especially if you're a kafir, that's safe for the FB community. And the kafir obviously deserved that threat. Now, if the kafir says any such thing, or even less, if the kafir even says something about Islam, which Muslims do not like, then he needs to be punished. So that's the way that this works. By the way, if you still want to see what's going on, what this is all about, they have not taken, very interestingly enough, the thread down yet in which this all happened. So what was going on here, the context here is that I posted a wonderful, powerful video by Annie Cyrus, the producer of the Glazov Gang. She heads Live Up to Freedom, wonderful human rights activist. And Annie did a video on how Muslim girls are being sold at this very day what's going on in terms of the rape and sex slavery, etc., standing up for Muslim women, standing up for Muslim little girls, and of course for non-Muslims as well. And you know, Annie cares about humanity. She told her story in this video, her own personal story of being a child bride under Sharia and how she escaped from that savagery from Iran. So, you know, this was a human rights video. This is a personal story told by Annie Cyrus. And you got to see this video because this is a Glazov Gang production, and huge congratulations go to Annie because this video has gone viral and it's almost at 600,000 views now. It's called The Solution to Stop Islam. A very moving testimony, and look it up and watch it. So anyway, I posted this video, and this particular individual came on and started harassing us and telling us to take it down. And then he was telling us we need to convert to Islam, and he was telling me I need to convert. So this is how the whole dialogue went, if you can call it a dialogue. But then at the end, he started telling me that Allah will defeat me. And so I asked him, I thought that your religion is one of peace. How can you speak like this about Allah defeating me if your religion is one of peace? And he explained that it's peaceful if you accept Allah, but it's not peaceful for those that don't accept Allah. So, you know, he was speaking the truth. And then he thought he would begin the defeat early before Allah comes and does anything to me by breaking my mouth. But anyway, so I posted that screenshot and I was suspended. The really creepy stuff going on Facebook, and many of you know this. I know that many of you are suspended. I know many people that are suspended, banned. For instance, even just recently, Terrence Williams, the comedian, he's been banned by Facebook for also connected to me. He's posting, in terms of what happened to me, I mean, he was posting screenshots of the hate mail that he's getting, and he was banned for posting the screenshots of the threats. So the people making threats on Terrence are not punished, but a black conservative, of course, is punished for posting the screenshot of the threats he's getting. It's very interesting that Terrence said that Facebook has made it very clear to him that if he continues to post screenshots of the threats he's getting and of the verbal abuse he's getting, that they're going to take his page down personally. This is very interesting. So the people making the threats are not punished, but complaining about it and posting about it is bad if you're a black conservative. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we know what's also happening and happened to Diamond and Silk. Black conservatives that are for Donald Trump. And Mark Lutchman is going to be on our show very soon, aka the colored conservative. He's pro-Trump. He had his whole page taken down as well. And so why I'm speaking about black conservatives is that why I'm mentioning not just conservatives but black conservatives is because the left loves to accuse the right and the conservatives of racism, but they're actually the biggest racists, because they expect black people to think a certain way. They judge according to race. So if you're Diamond and Silk, if you're Terrence Williams, if you're Mark Lutchman, if you're a black conservative, you're only allowed to be against Trump. You're not allowed to be for Trump. And on Facebook, you get your page taken down. The gulag of Facebook, very, very reflective of our times, of what's going on, reflective of the unholy alliance between the left and Islamic supremacism. And this is a moment where I would recommend, you've got to get the book written by Joe Newby and the co-author Adina Kutniki. It's called Banned: How Facebook Enables Militant Islamic Jihad. You got to get this book because they really tell the story in terms of what side Facebook is really on. So look, all of you watching, you can make a difference. You know, please get involved. You know, you can also make complaints. You can get active yourself about Facebook's obvious surrender to the left, and of course also to Islamic blasphemy laws. And you can protest the banning of me, the banning of other conservatives, and Facebook's overall persecution of truth tellers about totalitarianism and the terrorist threat. So, You can do a lot of things. First of all, you can Google this story in terms of what happened to me. Just put Jamie Glazov banned from Facebook, and you'll be able to read about it on jamieglazov.com, at Front Page, at Breitbart, at Jihad Watch. And when you read those stories, they will arm you with the knowledge of what you can do. You can write to Facebook. Just go on Facebook and go to the Help Center and you can write a letter. You can go to Twitter and you can write to at FB Newsroom or at Facebook, and you can also get involved and give them your opinion of what's happening. We can't surrender to Sharia, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of people say, oh, just leave Facebook or just leave Twitter. As conservatives who understand how to fight culture war, you don't do that. You don't just disengage. You don't just leave the battlefield. You don't leave a football field and expect to win a war or expect to win a football game. Yes, we have to build our own forums, absolutely. But there is a time and place where we have to fight the left on the terrain that it has captured. And the left has captured, as you know, the higher culture, Hollywood, academia, the media, you know, the boundaries of discourse. We cannot surrender that terrain. We have to stay engaged and fight the culture war. It's very important. In other words, a lot of conservatives believe that fighting culture war is canceling your cable. It's not. It's writing a script. Okay, so that's something very important to think about in terms of the arts, and it's a symbol of the culture war at large. Ladies and gentlemen, get involved. These are crazy times. I was banned from Facebook for reporting a physical threat on me. What is this saying? It says a lot, and it's connected to why the left hates Donald Trump so much. Because the forces that are in power and what they're trying to do, Trump is in the way. So we know that he's doing something right. And thank you, Donald Trump, for what you're doing. Because these globalist forces, these Islamic supremacist forces, the leftist forces, they're up to building a totalitarian world and they want to destroy the United States. Stand up to them. Thank you for watching the Jamie Glazov Moment. Good night.